Dr. Trishla Gala is a friend, a mentor, a colleague from NLP and Gestalt, my Gestalt masters, a very hard critic of mine, and she is an expert in the technique of Tetralemma. I don't. I have not come across anyone who has got so much in-depth knowledge and experience and expertise at Tetralemma. Sometimes I feel that I should call her Dr. Tetralemma instead of Dr. Trishla. So on that note, I hand over the reins to Dr. Trishla. Trishla, you can please come online now.
Hello, everyone. Aniket, thank you. I never knew you actually thought of that. But I think I am very blessed. Especially, I'm sure those who are associated with ATF, with Anil Thomas, know the blessings that I'm talking about. And it's been so beautiful that after the Gestalt Masters, and I have got the opportunity to implement Tetralemma, and it has really touched me home. So I really wish to share little of my knowledge about it and the experience, and hopefully share the skill, because I think it is so beautiful that if everybody implements, will make a huge difference in their life. If not huge, a little difference is also huge, if everybody knows what I mean. So should we get started? Sure. I'll share my screen, Mr. Valera. Gaurav, can you just help me with this?
Trishla, you can try now. Try now.
Did you? Okay.
Okay.
It's the same.
You should be able to do it.
Need to see my slides.
I'm sorry?
I need to see my slides. Get into that. Where would I get that?
Gaurav, can you help her?
I think I'm getting there now.
Share the complete text of Trishla.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. What's going on, Gaurav? I'm unable to do that as I. I don't think so. I've been able to do that. Gaurav, the usual window that I see. Reconnect.
Okay, Trishla, what you do is you just log out and you just log in once again and see if you are able to do it. If you are not able to do it, not a problem. We'll still go ahead. We trust you. You just go. Then you present it impromptu the way you have presented in class.
Yes.
Okay, and you always have paint at your disposal, so not a problem. Just log out and come back in fast.
Yes, I'll do that.
In the meantime, I will talk till Trishla comes. So, like Anil always says that, and this is life. This happens. If he was over here right now, he would have said that life happens. And Anil's teacher, who is Judy, she talks about an example which says, wherein she says that uh, sometimes when you're walking your dog, sometimes the dog is going to pull you, sometimes the dog is going to walk alongside you, and sometimes the dog is not going to walk. So but then that's life. And my astrology teacher says, like most of you are Indian audience over here, there he says that if something like this happens, then that means there is a Rahu attack, and which is a good thing. That means you're doing something good, something nice that is going to happen. So just see how you can navigate your way out of it without getting perturbed, without getting disturbed by the whole situation. So Trishla, I'm making you co-host again. Okay. And now you should be able to do it. If you're not able to do it, not a problem. We'll go impromptu. Okay.
Yes, but I want my slides so that it's more easier for people here. I think I'm there. There.
Now you are visible, Trishla. Go ahead.
So everybody can see the screen?
Yes, they can. Go ahead.
Okay, great. So you know what we just went through, everyone? Or rather, I would say what I went through. Sheer confusion, sheer unrest, restlessness, the fear. Oh my God, I'm still trembling. You know what that is? That's our first topic, and that is the fertile void. So we are going to discuss the fertile void and then the tetralemma. So fertile void is very, very close to my heart, I feel, because that's what I resonated with. Because as we listen to this word void, what comes into your system? Void यानी कितना खालीपन है, you know, कितना confusion है, कितनी ambiguity है, पता नहीं है आगे क्या होना है. That uncertainness, I don't want this. I resist this. I am averse with this void. But do you know how actually beautiful this void is? There is so much in store in this void. So we'll see how. So this is the flow. What we are going to do now is, यही जो discomfort है, जो unpleasant emotions आ गए, you know, my body, it just like it's cold. I'm having that, I'm shivering inside, but do you know what is there to be surprised of? And am I in the state to just observe the way it is, or I just want to rush into things or want it to be done instead of letting it be? Am I really trusting the process, or I just want to push the process? It should be done now and just now. I do not have the patience. I do not have tolerance for it. And that is where our void has to be more fertile with our awareness. It is only through our awareness that we can make this so-called void very beautiful. It is these doubts, confusions, conflicts, unpleasant thought process and sensations that bring in so unpleasant state within, the disturbed state within, that we are always wanting to push ourselves to be in the doing process and not to be, because we feel in being we are not fruitful. In being, we are useless. Do you see the belief system that we have inculcated in the void? You know, the example would be like, हमको आम खाना है पर अभी तक पका नहीं है, पेड़ से पका ही नहीं है, हमने तोड़ डाली. केरी खानी है तो ठीक है, पर बहुत बार वो पकेगा नहीं. And when we disrupt the process, or when we disrupt the flow, we kill the essence of it, and we are not able to reap the fruit in its wholesome state. So what do we actually need to do? Fertile void tells us, hey, pause. It says, be aware. It says, look within. It says, trust the flow, trust the process. It says, you know what, there are huge possibilities out here, provided we pause in this discomfort. And this teaches us to really surrender to the process. Day in and day out, we go through this. But awareness is the key wherein we actually make this void fertile. It is only when that happens that the willingness occurs, where the action will take place, where the correct steps will be taken towards the goal. But this is the starting point, this is the 0 point, or maybe it's a negative point. Can we breathe through the negative, be in the 0, and stay put? We mess it up if we do not learn to pause. We really go through our life without the pause. So it is full of creative potential. And it's only when we stand by, we look at it, we breathe in and absorb, we will know how fertile it is. And it is in this chaos that the fertility exists. So it's only through this fertile void. This tetralemma is one of the things that will help us to go through the conflicts that we go through, like in our mind, in our thought process, it's constantly there. The confusion starts from the clothing to wear, the hairstyle to do, the decisions to make. And do you know the conflicts if they are not fulfilled? What an unrest, what the kind of vibes that we create is always negative. We have already created the ripples of unpleasantness. So let's learn more about it. So throughout our life, we encounter countless realities. But what is this reality? It is our perception. ये हमारी सोच है. ये मेरा ही तरीका होना चाहिए. If I react the way I react, the way I reflect, and the way I experience the world, it is my reality, right? What are we actually doing throughout life? मुझे ये reality से भागना है. मैं सिर्फ भागना चाहती हूँ कि मुझे इससे दूर होना है. So do you see the aversion? And we resist what we actually have. So on a daily basis, see the choices that we need to make. So what happens? Do you know how smart we are? Boss, अपना दिमाग तो नहीं लगने वाला. मुझे लगाना ही नहीं है दिमाग. So it's majorly मैं ये करूँगी या तो वो करूँगी. It's only two options that we generally dwell into. It's either black and white, yes or no, this and that. हम dilemma state में ही ज़्यादातर रहना पसंद करते हैं. But what are these two positions? Why are we yielding only to these two possibilities? जहाँ पे क्यों? It's a shortcut, right? मुझे वो gray area में step in ही नहीं होना है. I do not want to step into the uncertainty. Boss, that's such a discomfort. My mind, my body, my soul is so much at rest in the comfort that I do not put in efforts to get into the gray area. There are different areas. Comfort zone में रहने की आदत तो सालों साल जिंदगी भर हो सकती है. So drawback क्या होगा? If we are getting into this dilemma state, we are just having that set belief. मैं तो यही जानती हूँ, मैं तो यही करूँगी, मैंने इससे बाहर निकलना ही नहीं है. That is the drawback. Shall we ever be able to see the other areas of life? How shut we become. Shut and definitely being stuck. We are stuck and we do not realize that we are so stay put in our comfort zone. And I want to be stuck because I don't want to put in efforts to get into the gray area. So our realities, it will restrict us in reaching further or exploring new ideas in our life or the belief system, because मुझे बस यही करना है. We create conflicts. But the only way out, अगर इस जंजाल से निकलना है, इस tunnel से निकलना है, then we need to step into the gray area and understand and why, what is this gray area and why do we need to get into that. It is only when we are into that awareness state from the fertile void, when we are in the willingness state, that we will then walk from the dilemma towards Tetralemma. Because, boss, we need to walk our own walk. Nobody can walk our walk. So this is one of the method, one drop in the ocean. Tetralemma, boss, it's a scary name. But you know what? The activity is not at all scary. If we split the word, tetra means four and lemma means positions. Greek में भी बताया गया है, and tetralemma is actually created. It is employed by Nagarjuna, Indian है. Definitive Buddhist philosophy में Nagarjuna ने ये बताया कि चतुष्कोटि, चतुष is again four and koti means positions. But why did he develop this method? He developed this because it is a portal that will help people to learn, to investigate a lot of things in life, and also to meditate. How profound it is. So Greek says the same. Greek, they say tetra is four and premises means lemma, right? What are the four positions? It is the truth, the false, both true and false, or neither the truth and neither the false. This is how it looks to a certain extent. You will know more of it as you open up, widen up your perceptions, your thought process towards the conflicts that you go through your life. But how is it going to help you? So as I said earlier, the doubts, the confusion, the rage, the feeling stuck, impulsive. Do you know how reactive we are? Just because I have an earlier thinking and my belief system is right, nobody else's belief system is right. It's either my way or highway, right? So this will help us to shed out these blinders. ये हमारी सोच गलत है. Can I shed it out? Can I reintroduce all the complexities, doubts, layers of all the information, all the biases that we carry either for the person, the situation, and we just bind it. हम और restrict कर देते हैं, limit कर देते हैं in many areas of our life. So once we get into this methodology, we will understand and we will then be able to genuinely change the landscape of our life. So the transformation कैसे हो सकता है? We'll be less opinionated. Do you know what relief that thing is? We'll be less opinionated. It's sadly, but the community and the restrictions that happens and the judgment that we are so trained to judge everybody, so it will help us to not opine about a person or not judge. And we will become more curious, we'll become more sensitive towards the environment and understand that there is so much to learn, more than what I know and more than what I think that I know. So thinking will be more nuanced. बारकाई से हम देख पाएंगे. We'll consider more people, their thought process, समझने की कोशिश करेंगे. We'll be able to get into their footsteps, their shoes, and understand their perspective. We'll be more tempered, hopefully less corrupted and biased. And you will always be able to see the topics, position, angles in other perspectives which you have never ever imagined. Do you know how peaceful that thing is? So I'll explain you how it is to be done. It's very simple. You see the A, B, C, and D. This is how we will structure. I will explain the whole concepts and then we will go through the demonstration. Till then, everybody, if you all run through a little conflict in your life that you all want to work upon, that you all want to get out of or get a solution. अगर solution भी नहीं रहा तो conflict को शांत तो भी कर ही सकते. It should not create havoc in your system. So think about it. If you have something, we'll come through to this diagram again. So what is this process? So there are two things that you're going to do. First, get hold of that conflict. What is your current state? The current state will be the A. What is it that you're going through now? The belief system. For example, I'll give an example. What if I want to take up a job, or if I do not want to take up a job? What if I say that the current A is something that I want to be in, I am in, you know, because इसी में रहना है. Or the thing is, I am so comfortable in my workspace that मुझे efforts डालना ही नहीं है. But at the same time, I have a conflicting thought that I want to go higher. I will give my example actually. I am an Ayurveda doctor. I'm practicing since last 12 years. And you know what? I'm a very old school thought pattern in Bali. So this A is me, boss. I want to practice Sumri mein. I don't want to have, it's only by word of mouth that people will know about me, about my. So that is me in position A. But at the same time, the B is what I want to really grow in my practice, reach out to new people. But I am shit scared. I am really scared. That is the position B. So what do I want to do? First, what I'll do is what we all are going to do is the conflict, the current state, the current reality, the current belief system. It can also be that I want to exercise, but I don't want to exercise. I want to get married, but I don't want to get married. N number of choices, N number of dilemmas that we get into. So I want to be an old school practice. This is very genuine. Oh my God, I cannot be loud. This is me at position A. Then B is I want to get into social media. I want to get into Insta. Oh my God, look at that competitiveness shit. I don't want to face it. I am back to A. But do you see the aversion that I have towards the B? Because comfort zone से बाहर निकलना है ना boss. Question तो करना है कि I'm not good enough. I cannot do it only. If I keep questioning my worthiness and feed my fear, मैं वो B को कभी देख ही नहीं पाऊंगी. So what are we going to do is, we are going to first take position A, breathe through the belief system that we carry for that particular aspect. After a while, we shift to B. We again feel how it will feel like once I'm known, once I am very tech savvy. Oh, I just messed it up today when we started, but yeah, we are back. So B was where I experienced right now, and I'm still jittery. But I'm observing, that is what we need to do. So B pe raho, feel what you're feeling. And then we take a position C, and then we take the position D. This I shall instruct in the demonstration. So these are the steps which I just explained. We'll get into that. And there will be, you will see, this is how D looks like. There's a word that we heard from Anil, it's the muchiness. Much more को हम muchiness बोलते हैं. It's mind blowing. So for now, I will stop sharing and we are going to get into a demonstrative mode. Are you all ready? If you can just, if all the videos are on, so that I can see all. So think about a conflict. If you are ready with a conflict, can you just give me a thumbs up? One, like if you want to work on it. Conflict, simple thought, complex वाले नहीं लेना, उसमें बहुत सारा operation करना पड़ेगा फिर. Just little.
Nivedita has raised her hand.
Nivedita, you'll have to unmute yourself.
Yes, Dee.
So do you have a conflict?
Yeah,
What is the conflict if you want to share?
it is very hard for me to live in present. That is a conflict that I want to work in my life, to live in present, to be in this moment.
Which you are unable to be.
Yeah.
Okay. So what if you're not? What's the harm?
Because I'm not making my life into that meaning. Life is only lived in present. It is said by many saints and sages, but it's very hard to practice, and I want to be mindful. That's it.
Okay, so are you ready for this? Yeah, so what I want you to do is take a space behind you that I want that wo A or B jagah le sakte ho, C or D mein bhi jagah le sakte ho. Get into that zone so that I can see you. Is that okay? So keep your mobile somewhere और थोड़ा सा ही shift करना है. We don't need much space. I want you to stand, not sit. क्या हुआ?
नहीं, just a second.
Phone ऐसे रख दो so that we can see you. You'll have to remove your earplugs. You'll have to remove your earplugs, keep me on speaker so that you can move around so that there is steadiness.
I have to keep my phone on a good stand, right? Just a moment.
Yeah. Many a times we also miss out. We do get into the mess that I want. We are in the conflict, but we are also not ready to assess the conflict. So Nivedita, are you ready? Okay, you can hear me, right? But I can't hear you. Mute pe hai kya? I can't hear you yet. Volume ko बढ़ा दो.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, okay. Now I want you to take that position A, wherein you are not. Phone रख दो बेटा so that बाहर phone के पीछे चले जाओ. हाँ, बस. Go away from the, yeah. So take one A position, ऐसे A और B, ऐसे दो positions रखना है ना. एक side में A बना दो, दूसरे side में B बना दो, right? So that I can see you also. Everybody can see. Okay, take a position A where you think you are in the present. A and B को थोड़ा side में चले जाओ. कोई A left या right? Yeah, so you're right. This is the position where you are in the present. Okay. So there have been times, sometimes that you have been in the present. Yes or no?
Yeah, there are times, but not all the time I'm on present.
Okay, but in this position, feel yourself when you are in the present completely. तू वर्तमान काळात आहे, right? I want you to think about it. Feel that you are in the present, right? What more are you feeling when you are in the present?
I feel very peaceful because I am not worried or anxious about
Okay,
what.
where in your body are you feeling the peace?
Yes.
Where in your body? म्हणजे कुठे आहे? डोक्यावर आहे, खांद्यावर आहे, छातीवर आहे, पायावर आहे, कुठे आहे? So where are you feeling peace? Are you feeling certain sensations in the body? हाँ, तर हे peace तुला कुठे दिसतंय? Where are you feeling it in your body right now in this position?
Sometimes in head, sometimes.
Right now. निवेदिता, वर्तमान काळात आहोत. Right now, this position is that you are in the present. Okay. What are you feeling in the body?
Feeling very good enough, and I'm feeling very lightness in my chest area.
Okay. Now, take the position B where you're not at all in the present. म्हणजे तुझ्या डाव्या बाजूला जा, 2 step डाव्या बाजूला घे. हाँ. Now, this is the position wherein you are always in the past and future. You are always worried about the past and future. You are scared of future. You have messed up in the past. in your relationships, in your studies. You know, you must have reacted, you have not done enough. Are you feeling all of that discomfort?
If I feel and starting now imagining, it is getting little bit painful in my stomach.
Feel it more, feel it harder, feel it completely. All the mess that you have created in life because you have been in past and future. What are you feeling here in your body? Sensations काय तुला समजतं? What is happening?
It is like quite breathlessness right now.
Okay, now shed all of this discomfort and go back to position A. Shed all of it here. How the snake just leaves the old skin, right? Leave this and go back to the A position wherein you are in the present. Go there. Hush. This is a position where you're always in the present, very much aware. You know what you do, you act, you don't react. Your all things are sorted. You have taken the right decisions. Do you think about it? जेव्हा तू वर्तमान काळात असते. You're so much stable here.
Exactly.
Think about the stability when you were doing your meditation, when you were in charge, when you were feeling angry, but you did not react because you were in the present. Do you feel it? What are you feeling? The discomfort still.
I am feeling that safety within me.
You have safety. Where in your body are you feeling the safety?
In my breath.
थोड़ा slow down झालेलं आहे ना?
हाँ.
Okay. Now shed all of this again and go back to position B with all the discomfort that you have felt. Can you go through this discomfort again? Can you see that immature Nivedita? Can you see that kiddish, always faltering, worried, anxious because she's always in past and future? Not able to take care of her health, not taking right decisions in work, whatever. Do you feel it again? काय वाटतंय? काय होतंय? शरीरात काय होतंय तुला? What is happening?
Pain in little bit as a cramp type sensation in my toe region.
Okay. Shed all of this discomfort. Go back to A. Go back to the comfort. Go back? Yes. You know, the way you're meditating here is so amazing. Do you know how stable you are in your body, mind, and soul? In your thought process? Do you see yourself excelling here? What are you feeling here?
Being in present always give me a assurance of awareness and safety within me. As you told to Queen B, I start imagining and I feel very anxious automatically without knowing that I'm even anxious about it. Like
How are you feeling here right now? A मध्ये आहे. A, you are in this position. A, how are you feeling? शरीरात कसं वाटतंय तुला?
Shanti.
Shanti. Okay. Now what I want you to do is step 2 steps behind. This position कुठे होता? C stays 2 steps behind. Take your 2 steps behind between A and B. मागे जा. Now from this position, I want you to see Nivedita, who was in position A, who was in that present state, and also the Nivedita who was messed because she was in past and future, that is position B. Can you see both of them? I want you to see both of them. From this position, you will be able to see A clearly, the balanced you. You will be able to see B, imbalanced you. right? Can you see them? How are you feeling about it? Atta ह्या जागी, where you're standing, what are you feeling? What are you thinking?
I want to take the charge about of myself.
What happens here is we are able to see A position more clearly. We are able to accept A just the way it is, and we are able to accept B just the way it is. Because when we are in the B position, we feel I am a mess. And when we are in A, oh, I am balanced. But when we are in C, I can be balanced, I can be imbalanced, but that's just a part of me. I am much more than what I thought is A and B. So what gathered here was acceptance of both the duality, both the dilemma state. You are able to accept it more, and she said she has the hope that she can do better. What did you say? You, काय बोललीस तू?
I want to take charge about for myself.
You want to take charge. Manje, there came in hope in her life between these two conflicts. Because ultimately, it is only we who get ourselves out of the conflicts. But as we move to the position C physically, we can see A and B, we can accept it, integrate it, right? What are you feeling in the body right now? तुझ्या शरीरामध्ये कुठल्या तरी सेन्सेशन्स तुला म्हणजे यू जाणवतोय का? How is your breath here the way it was in A and B? How is it here?
More awareness and clarity I'm feeling. In A, I was just having awareness, but now I'm having a bit of clarity that
Sensation. So sensations काय आहे? Because आपल्या thought, along with the thought, we also see the sensations in the body. Because everything is in the soma, everything is in the body. Are we getting awareness of the sensations that we are feeling in the body, right? So तुला ह्या position मध्ये, ह्या C position मध्ये, all the discomfort that you are feeling in B and all the comfort that you are feeling in A, त्याचा ऐवजी, apart from that, how are you feeling in position C?
as I told, clarity in vision and to be responsible enough.
In the body, संवेदना काय होता है, sensations काय होता है, तुला वेदना होता है, काय होता है?
Vedna nahi hai. There is no
breath कैसे है? How is your breath?
Breath is normal and it's not getting hyper or not getting.
You're calmer here?
Yeah, way calmer than both.
What I want you to do is now very awarefully take 4 steps ahead, maybe small steps because you need to be in the screen. Take very small steps awarefully and come ahead. What are you feeling here? Observe.
Seeing both the version of mine of A and B and making it realization ki how to work on my, I need to take a charge.
Yes,
Like,
take charge C मध्ये पण होता. It was there in position C. But now that you are in position D, what more are you feeling? What more?
Part of acceptance here I'm feeling very more because I've seen both the Nivedita, right?
So when you look at A, B, and C from this position, do you know that you are much more than what your belief system is? I cannot be in the present. You are brooding over the fact that I cannot be in the present. So you even present mein reh ke bhi you are unpleasant, and you are unpleasant even being in unpleasant mode. So there was no acceptance of both of it. But even if you are both of it, it really doesn't matter. Both are a part of you. Can we accept both of it? And that is what equanimity is, right? Can I accept both? So if you're equanimous, if you are in Samabhavana, how does it matter whether you are in past or future or whether you are in present? Because you are in full acceptance of whatever is, and this is where of being is. So the hope cultivated, so the longing or the charge or the drive came in position D, that I want to do much more than what I thought, that I cannot do this and I cannot know that. So you keep beating yourself, oh, I am not in the present. Do you see the discomfort then and the acceptance and peace and hope and faith and willingness in this position? What are you feeling in the body?
Happiness a bit more.
This is what one
Happy state
wants,
of
right? This is what one wants, right? Do you want it? Happiness
Yes.
is only when you will meditate for 30 days? No, no. Happiness comes when we are okay of not being okay also. Happiness comes that I should not be questioning myself or my worthiness even if I don't do it. Even if I'm unable to, at least I'm attempting. So your acceptance to your shadow self also comes in. And you're not in the belief system of what you thought, this is how I should be, this is how I should not be. So this is how you delete, or this is how you dilute the conflicts, the shoulds, the must, how burdensome we get into by using I should not be doing this. You can have a seat, Navedita. Thank you for sharing this. So this is how Tetralemma works. And you know what, once you get into the activity by yourself, you will feel it completely. And it's very liberating. The conflicts can be petty, but we generally bud from these petty issues only. हम बोलते हैं ना बात का बतंगड़ जो बनाते हैं ना, we are very, very smart in that. But can we consciously catch hold of these petty things that bother us? It plays a huge role. At least Nivedita now will be okay by not being okay. At least once she settles in not being okay, she'll have more faith and hope and strive harder with active participation, not with a burdensome mindset. That is what Tetralemma does. This is just a little part of it, and that is how this muchiness is seen, is felt. So what happened? This mind is like a muscle. That's the metaphor that we have used here, or we have learned here. That once it is stretched, it cannot go back. And the way it was, it is a system which subscribes to the new thinking. हमने नई सोच बनाई है, नई belief system बनाई है. And it is through this experience and knowledge and awareness and the realization that we will expand in life and that we will evolve in life in many areas of our life. And that is what life is for, evolving, right? So thanking our mentors, everyone, all of you, that to hold the space. I really thank all of you for giving me the opportunity to share this beautiful thing that is taught by our mentors. And I hope you all have understood. If you all have any questions, we will take it as directed next. So yes, Gaurav or Aniket.
The floor is open for asking questions.
Any questions?
If anybody has any questions, then please ask.
Any questions anybody has? Do you want me to repeat the steps, or whatever doubts you all have?
Doctor, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Yeah, and that is it usually a guided process, or individuals can practice it on their own?
So when you saw the demonstration right now, what did you feel?
No, that's exactly where I came from, because you guided her.
Yeah, but could you feel it is easy?
Yeah,
Yes.
I did.
So,
I did.
yes, it is easy, and you can do it by yourself once you are clear that this is your conflict.
Mhm.
Once you are clear that you are willing to work out of this conflict,
Mhm.
because without that willingness, there will be confusion in every state, right?
Right.
Are you really on it that I want to get out of this dilemma?
Hmm.
Then I will get into tetralemma and unchain myself of the belief system that I created in that. You can do it by yourself. That's the answer for you. Once you know that position A, position B,
Yeah.
position C, and position D, you can run through the steps and you can, once you practice this, you can do it by yourself also.
Thank you so much.
You're
Thanks a
welcome.
lot.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
Okay, if there are no other questions, then let us proceed ahead. I just want to ask you one thing, Trishla, that how did this particular technique become your go-to technique? Uh, you are such an expert at Tetralemma. I have personally experienced it at your clinic, and I have seen that you have addressed many patients. How did it become your go-to technique?
So the thing is, being an Ayurveda doctor and also catering to counseling like people who are messed up in their head, um, and also doing my masters. When I went through the processes and the activities by myself, I could come out of a lot of conflicts because we have a lot of knots within. We all do. Some are small, some are big, some are subtle, some are gross. So at pertaining to what stage we are in, it will open up some layer, some knot or the other. And it is such a simplified aspect. I feel why not implement it? It's resonated, it really touched me home. And when I started practicing it on my patients, I got amazing results. Because when we are stuck in our emotions and belief system and we do not aware fully evolve out of it, body is going to react, and that is how disease happens. Because most of the diseases are psychosomatic is what I have seen. There was a wonderful case wherein the person had bad vertigo. He was falling on his left side. He took all his allopath medicines, he went to physiotherapy, everything. And when he came to me after 4 days, I just, when he just came, he started crying. When I did the gestalt, when I did the tetralemma, all of his pain was gone. All of his pain was gone. So there are n number of such experiences that I've experienced myself and in my patients that I think it is magic. So
Okay.
if it is awarefully done, it's beautiful. Indeed.
Right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
So, all right. Just like Tetralemma is one of the techniques. These similar type of techniques are were taught by Mr. Anil Thomas in the Beyond Programming workshop. This particular workshop goes for 4 days, and in 4 days we learn various type of techniques. Uh, in Beyond Programming workshop, we learn this technique on the third or on the fourth day. On the fourth day, ideally, followed by walking on the parental timeline. So if you have any queries, if you have any inquiries for Beyond Programming workshop, please do write to us. I would now like to formally culminate this particular program. Thank you everyone for joining in. There is just one announcement that I would like to make, that next week we will be having Dr. Kalpa Shah. Okay, Kalpa Shah would be talking on beliefs. She is also my colleague from Beyond Programming workshop. She's a master mentor over there, and she really is an expert on beliefs. She has got certain techniques, she has got certain ideas, so with the help of which you will be able to easily pick up beliefs which you have maybe you have gathered in your childhood, maybe you have gathered up in gathered it up in your growing up years, and how it is an impediment. Also, what the belief is trying to tell you, what message is the belief trying to tell you, and then there will be a closure. So next week, Dr. Kalpa Shah would be there. I once again want to thank all of you on behalf of ATF and my team over here, Guru Satt Vachan. Really, thanks a lot. I am giving you one link. You are requested to please fill up your feedback over here. Please save this link, give us your feedback, and thank you all, thank you very much. We all will disperse except for the core team. We all will you may disperse, please. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. All the very best. May you evolve.
So much. It was really nice. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Bye, Monica.
Hey, hi.
So good to see you here. Hey, Kalpa.
Hello.
Hi.
So good to hear you as always.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to hear you next.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kalpa. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks, Nivedita. Shashi. Ew. 5 participants.
थोड़ा था नर्वसनेस था, मुझे भी नर्वसनेस हो गया था. एंड आई वांट टू टेल यू वन थिंग. ओके, दिस इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. जब पहला बियॉन्ड प्रोग्राम में हुआ था ना, तभी भी ऐसा ही हुआ था.
क्या?
अभी भी ऐसे ही हुआ था कि मतलब ऐसे टेक्निकल ग्लिच हुआ था. मतलब लाइक ऐसे तेरा भी हुआ था टेक्निकल ग्लिच. मतलब मानो या ना मानो, वो ग्लिच नहीं था, हम सब प्रेशर में आ गए यहाँ पे. एंड दैट प्रेशर एनर्जी क्रिएटेड दैट ग्लिच, व्हाटएवर इट इज. ग्लिच कुछ टेक्निकली कुछ था ही नहीं, गलती हम लोगों ने हमारा माइंड से प्रेशर जनरेट किया. तो सेम थिंग है ना, सेम थिंग हैपन इन बियॉन्ड प्रोग्रामिंग वर्कशॉप आल्सो. I tell you कि me, Aarti, Nandita, Kalpa and more, there were 2 more people. हम लोग सब ऐसे ही ड्राई रन लिया था हम लोगों ने, और ड्राई रन में हम लोग बातें कर रहे थे वगैरह वगैरह वगैरह. एंड देन अनिल सेड कि आई एम नर्वस.
Really?
हाँ, फिर अरे हम सब नर्वस थे. अनिल also said I am nervous. He said I am nervous.
Aniket, take me. Recording पहले stop कर.
अभी YouTube पे कैसे डालूंगा मैं?
सही होगा.
You have to cut this part.